A computer screen displays a website belonging to the World Economic Forum (WEF). The page appears to have undergone recent changes, but traces of the original content remain. This is not a theory. It's a plan devised by the World Economic Forum. Until recently, the complete documentation of this agenda was available for download from their website. But as critical thinkers took notice, the WEF started removing certain posts and documents. The plan may seem reasonable on the surface, but a deeper dive exposes it as an insane pipe dream of a small group of globalist billionaires, driven by insatiable greed for power, influence, and wealth. Their objective is to undo the progress made by billions of people across generations. One such article was titled "You Will Own Nothing, and You Will Be Happy." In this dystopian piece, the supposed wonders of owning nothing and renting everything from the state were extolled. But it begs the question, if individuals own nothing, who will control everything? What powers will the state hold? And what fundamental freedoms will be stripped away in this process? When some of the world's wealthiest and most influential figures gathered at the World Economic Forum's annual meeting session on climate change drew high-level discussions on topics such as carbon financing and sustainable food systems, but an entirely different narrative played out on the internet, where social media users claimed leaders wanted to force the population to eat insects instead of meat in the name of saving the environment. The annual event in the Swiss ski resort town of Davos has increasingly become a target of bizarre claims from a growing chorus of commentators who believe the forum involves a group of elites manipulating global events for their own benefit. Government extremism. We're seeing it on mainstream social media platforms being shared by regular Americans. We were seeing it being spread by mainstream media figures, right on their primetime news, on their nightly networks. Klaus Schwab is the founder and current chairman of the World Economic Forum and author, with economist Thierry Malloret, of 2020's enormously controversial book COVID-19, The Great Reset. The World Economic Forum sponsors an annual conference in Switzerland, popularly known as Davos, an invitation-only event attended by industrial and governmental leaders from around the world. In the words of political scientist Samuel P. Huntington, the attendees of this forum are Davos men, a wealthy global elite who have little need for national loyalty, view national boundaries as obstacles that thankfully are vanishing, and see national governments as residues from the past whose only useful function is to facilitate the elite's global operations. Huntington was a Harvard man and no right-wing conspiracy theorist. Among many things that the world is being taken over by global elites toiling against our interests under the banner of Schwab's Great Reset. The claims get woolier from there. The Great Reset has also let loose COVID-19 and to create conditions that would allow them to take control of world politics and economics, replace national currencies with cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, instate a communist dictatorship aka the New World Order, and mandate a COVID vaccine containing a GPS tracker designed to provide universal police surveillance. In some versions of this theory, Donald Trump is the only leader keeping all this from happening. Quotidian delusions provide a context in which right-wing conspiracy fantasies can seem plausible to some. For instance, if we can believe that the idea that the global cognoscenti are convinced that technology is the future of all global and regional economies comes as no surprise. What is perhaps surprising is an assumption that underlies their conviction: speed, velocity. The idea that the future is coming at full speed has been common parlance among market savants for some time. How do they know it is inevitable? Because it is happening fast. Worse yet, not only is it coming fast, but like the cosmos itself, it is accelerating. It is a force out of anyone's control. Klaus Schwab, the founder of the WEF and the central villain in most Great Reset conspiracies, is set on shutting off the grid using the global cyber attack excuse. What's your thoughts? Be sure to comment below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe.